Hi, Julia Watts here. Welcome to my YouTube channel and another stencil technique. On my desk today I've got the what's it called, Fanciful stencil from Sentimentally Yours in a 6x6, and you'll find everything I'm using over on my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk for shipping to UK addresses. You'll also find them over at honeypotcrafts.co.uk too. So this is taped down onto a piece of heavyweight white cardstock, and I know it's repetitive, but not all of you have seen this. We're going to put some texture medium, flawless media from Sentimentally Yours. We're going to put some of this through the stencil. So I'm just popping some at the top of my stencil with a spatula. So I'm showing you this technique because it occurred to me that there might be a different way to apply the Flawless Media Radiant Lustre Pigment powders to the top of your texture medium, because before what I've done is I've shown you how to put it on when it's dry, but we're going to do something slightly different. So using a Woodware scraper, they come in a pack of 2. We're going to pop this down, and we should have done the other thing before I did this, but let's hope we'll work quickly, hopefully. Let's mop this up. Get everything ready before you do your texture paste, not how I'm showing you. That's me, I forget what I'm doing constantly. Let's just wipe the top of my pot so I can always get back in it. Really good habit to get into. It's like using your anti-static pad when you're stamping. It's the same kind of habit forming thing to do. Right, so very quickly I've got some Radiant Lustre Pigment powder, and I'm using Cornflower Petal, I'm using Enchanted Wisteria, and this one is called Crushed Grape. I'm going to pop a little bit of water on my craft sheet, and then with a brush I'm going to dip it into the water, and then I'm going to add my crushed grape, quite a lot actually, to it. That's far too much. Just when I'm stuck for time, because I don't want the texture paste to dry. Let's just get some more water. Get it to one side and bring it in. You don't want it too wet. It'll probably be too wet now. Lovely grape colour. Right. Let's make that a bit thicker. Hopefully not too thick. Do this ahead of time. Now we're not going to stick our paintbrush in that texture medium. What we're going to do is we're going to take 3 spatulas. This is the cornflower petal, and we're going to pop it on the end of my spatula, and then we're going to pop it just in that area there. So I've made it into paint before it's gone on. I'm not worried if I don't cover all of it, because it'll dry nice and glossy. So obviously these have started to dry out a wee bit, just a little bit on the brush. Now we're going to take this one. And we're going to pop this one through. This is the Enchanted Wisteria. It's a little bit wet, but that's fine. And then we're going to take this one. You're probably thinking, oh, that's a bit messy. Well, it is a little bit. But, you know, it's nice to experiment, isn't it? If you don't like this idea, don't do it. Obviously, this needs time to dry. And then I will show you the dried result. We've got more of that one than that one. If we can get a little bit more purple out. Conscious of how long this has been on the paper, so I'm going to lift it now. because it will rip. If it's on there too long, it will rip. So don't do what I did and mix your colours, because I did 2 colours ahead of time thinking, oh, I need to do that, and then I forgot to do the 3rd one. So mix all your colours ahead of time so you don't have the panic. But don't wait too long, because they do dry quite quickly, depending on the temperature in the room that you're working in, obviously. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to lift this and hope it doesn't rip. Rip, don't rip, don't rip, don't rip. Ooh, that's going to look lovely actually, because it's going to have a little bit of gloss to it. So we're going to put that aside to dry. And then we're going to bring in another piece of card, because we are going to have the excess. I'm just going to mist the stencil with water just a little bit, and I'm going to bring it on face up onto a piece of card, and then we're going to bring in stencil brush, and I'm going to use the pink first. I'm going to use 3 different brushes so I can keep it separate. And you can even go into the pink that you've got on your desk rather than waste it. I mean, it is going to mix in with the texture medium. It does have a binding agent in the powder anyway, so it won't come off because you made it into a paint anyway. That's one. And we're going to get another one. We're going to do the purple. Obviously this is a little bit drier on my mat because I mixed this ahead of time. I would like to have more purple though. Let's see if I can get some off the brush. Obviously do wash your brushes, especially if you've got any texture medium that's occurred on them and lifting the colour. That's lovely. And then we're going to do the Cornflower Petal. There's my 3rd brush, there's my 3rd brush. And I've got a little bit of Cornflower Petal over here as well that I can use, which is fabulous. See, nothing's wasted. If we can get a little bit off my mat. And you might think, oh, I prefer the 2nd one to the 1st one. Well, that's fine. You've still got a twofer, whether you prefer the 1st one or the 2nd one. Okay, obviously I've got quite a bit of tidying up to do now. I'm going to lift that. And that is your 2nd print. Lovely and rich. So we've got 2 prints. Let's grab the other one. I obviously splattered a little bit of blue on the pink on this one. You can see both of them together. I don't want to put them down because obviously it's a bit mucky on my desk. I will come back and show you what they're like when they're 100% dry though. Okay, I'll see you in a moment. So my backgrounds are all nice and dry now. I'll just give it a little wiggle so you can see the shimmer on that. So that's your crushed grape, then your Enchanted Wisteria, and then the Cornflower Petal. I'm a little bit miffed that I've got a bit of blue there, but never mind. But really lovely background, lovely and glossy, and obviously dimensional because that's the 1st one. Then the 2nd one is really lovely. I really like that. I might prefer this to the 1st actually. And again, you've got that lovely shimmer going on. Really beautiful. So 2 really usable backgrounds there. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Do remember all the products are available over on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk, and you can also find them over at Honeypot Crafts too. Do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I love to read your comments as always, and thank you so much for watching.